Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Mritangamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Revered Swamiji, who is conspicuous by his absence, learned colleagues, committed non-teaching staff, and dear disciplined students. All of us need advice in life. Advice, such a valuable thing. But more often than not, we ever advise, we are reluctant to receive advice. Suppose I am going to a movie, somebody says, don't go to that movie, see this movie. I take it negatively. Suppose somebody tells me, why do you keep your mobile phone in your shirt pocket near the chest? Keep it in your trouser pocket. I take it, why this man is giving me advice? I haven't asked him for any advice. Unsolicited advice. So I take it negatively. But what happened once upon a time, there was a king, and he wanted to go around the kingdom and see the state of affairs in his kingdom. Whether my welfare schemes are being implemented or not, what are the living conditions of the people, are they happy or not, is there law and order in my kingdom or not, he wanted to see and know for himself. So he decides to go around his kingdom in disguise, not as a king, but he goes in the guise of a beggar. And he goes barefooted. And after going round the kingdom in the evening, when he comes back, you see that the roads are so rugged and rough. There are so many pebbles and even stones. There are so many holes in the road. And the consequence, as he returns in the evening, there are also sores in the soles of his feet. He felt very unhappy. And he called an emergency meeting, which was attended by so many people, the courtiers as well as some important people from the public. And he addressed the gathering and said, see, we have money. Our coffers are full. Why should there be such poor conditions in my kingdom? Come on, this is my decree. I say all the roads should be covered. Spread all the roads with soft leather. No pedestrian should suffer. And members in the gathering, his courtiers and other people, they thought, they did not say it aloud, but they thought, to cover all the roads with leather, how cumbersome it is, how costly it is, and how impractical, how unwise, how quixotic an idea this is. But they were silent. Nobody wanted to speak out. They did not speak out for fear of disobedience and also for fear of punishment. They were so silent, and the king took their silence for acceptance even. But at the same time in the gathering there was one poor farmer who was old but very bold. He said, "Oh king, I have an idea." "Come on, what's your idea?" "I have advice. What's your advice?" "Make a pair of shoes for yourself and wear a pair of shoes instead of covering the entire roads with leather." Then the king thought for a while. What a wealthy fool I am. And what a wise farmer he is. And he clapped, he appreciated, and he said, let us follow the advice of the farmer. So even in our life what happens, all of us need advice. Why do we need advice? And which times? When we are taking important decisions and when we perform important actions, if there is no sound advice or counseling, we may take wrong decisions, we may take impulsive decisions, and our actions may also go wrong. But people who have arrogance and people who have overconfidence, they think our decisions are right, my decision is right, my actions are correct, why should I depend on advice of other people? On the other hand, if we are humble, if we want to improve ourselves, if we want to see and know the world better, and if we want to benefit from the experience of other people, we will accept advice, and that shows our humility. That's how let us be prepared for advice when advice comes. Let us try to think of it. Let us ponder, let us pause and ponder, let us think. And on second analysis, if the advice is right, we can follow it, or else we can drop it. So such disciplined, very sincere students addressing you like this, I got a very good opportunity, and I thank our Swamiji for having given me this opportunity to stand before you, and I also thank our Samyog sir for giving me such a very good chance. Thanks all.